We're heading up to a fence line, one that's being bulldozed at the moment. We're just clearing a bit of land along the fence line to make mustering a little bit easier. Yesterday while Tony was on the dozer doing that, he actually hit a native beehive right on the fence line in the stump of an old shiny apple tree. So we're actually heading up there this morning with a hive box, and we're going to attempt to transfer the native beehive into the hive box. It's not the first time that we've done this, but sometimes they can be rescued, sometimes they're a little bit past it, but we're going to give it a go anyway. So we're just hitting the fence line now, and we'll just continue along it and pull up, and we'll see what we can do about this native beehive. On the fence line, right on the fence line. Little buggers. We'll see what we can do for them. Oh, that's it. Yep. Okay, we try to take it. Yep. Yep. We're trying to go up. Yep. 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 On this one. You can see all the propolis here in the pond. So that will be the top part.
Big enough. That's the box. Smell it. Oh, yum. Looks like it's going to come. Hey, boys. Box.
Yeah, box here. The brood needs to go in the main.
Yeah, I know. Not very bitey.
That's good. They're not hocking so then. Oh look, is that the queen?
Where?
The big one.
Where?
Oh, he's just gone in there.
Oh, it's moving.
Yep.
See you moving.
That should be probably at the back part.
He's moving. They're not biting.
Good.
They ain't coming after us. I reckon it goes right back in there.
Does it?
Oh wow, it's fucking huge.
Oh, is it?
Here she comes. Here, little fellas. Let's give me a new home. And that's orientated sideways. See that? That's the top of the
There. So
tree there.
this part here needs to go at the top.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Like that.
Yep.
How's
Is there
that?
any more brood in there? It's mostly honey and...
Mostly honey.
Yep. Right, looks like we got the main part.
And cut a bit more of that. Oh yeah, a bit more in here.
Yep.
The more the better, isn't it?
Yeah, and we need to put some propolis around the entrance. We can do that after we put the lid on it though.
It's yummy. Oh yum. Oh yum, dude. Did you bring a spoon?
No, I didn't.
There's a big mob of it just
Oh my gosh, look at it all. Don't know.
Holy.
We've got to be careful not to block the main entrance, Tone.
Yeah. I'll figure it out, won't they? They're not biting, eh?
Yeah, which is good.
You reckon leave that?
Yeah.
A little bit more here, look.
Just take as much
What
as...
about all that yellow stuff here?
No, that's the propolis and honey pots. They'll collect that if we leave the hive here.
Oh, that's massive, look at that. Look at all that.
Yeah. You don't want to sit on top of the brood though.
Okay.
You should have put the brood closer to the front. They'll come collect it. Yep. Alright.
What do you got, do you reckon?
Yep. Let's get a lid on him.
This one first?
Yep.
Which way?
That goes at the back. Turn him around. Yep. Yep. And that. Yep. Now we'll just... Do you want to make it... Grab
Little
it?
honey all over the table,
Yeah.
please.
Just grab a bit of propolis and put it around
What's that?
the waxy part.
I'll grab it then.
Oh, I was going to let you do it. Now, if we we're starting to go in the same, so if we set it just in here, so it's nice and close.
How are you going to do that?
We need to turn it around so it's facing this way so that they can get into it a bit easier.
What's that? Over here somewhere.
Yeah, but around the other way.
Just over here a bit. Oh,
No.
move it first. It's down here. Careful. What, this way? You got it.
Kind of lean him against here so
Just
he's...
wait on, I haven't taped it yet.
Oh.
Get this honey off.
Yep. old pollen pockets. That's all the pollen they've collected. This is the propolis, this is the waxy part. And the honey.
Yummy?
Yeah.
You reckon I'll find that hole?
Well, I've put the propolis around it, so hopefully.
That's perfect, eh?
I'll have to get the beagle out because there's definitely no hock inside because they would have bitten.
Yeah, I love them.
That's probably how the native beehive is. Yep.
Oh, it's a different, eh? I reckon it's going to be a really strong hive. There's a lot there, right?
Yep.
The queen's in here, I'll go in, but
Hopefully.
I just said it.
I'm hoping. I think they'll get it. We'll just have to keep an eye on it for a few days and see what happens.
You reckon leave it there? I wanted to put it up against it.
Well, we can move the
Fence,
table against the fence if you want.
Worried about cattle knocking the bloody thing over. Wash this knife off, eh?
Right, so we've come up to the fence line this morning. Don't know if you can see the dozer in the distance there. This is the fence line that we found the hive on. And this is how it's looking this morning. So first thing we check for is that there's no ants, because mortal enemy of our little bees. But as you can see, there's still a lot of bees flying around. They're collecting the propolis and the pollen and a little bit of honey taken into the hive. We have seen a few come and go this morning, so we know that there's some going in and out of there, but ideally we'd like to see a bit more before we attempt to move it. They're just stabilising the brood inside the box and sealing off any holes in there at the moment. As you can see though, they've done a pretty good job of clean up so far. Still a heap of pollen pots there, but they're just doing their thing. We'd like to leave it there for as long as possible, but we've got rain coming, which is a little bit of a concern. I think rain's due tomorrow, 25 mil. It's far from ideal, but we'll leave it as long as we can. I'd like for the brood to be stable inside the box before we actually move it, but if we've got to move it before then, we've got to move it. It's looking like we might have saved it. As you can see, there's a tiny little bit of brood left here. That's about the only part we missed of it. There's still a lot of this waxy stuff here. This is their wax, their propolis, and yeah, they're just doing a clean-up job on it now. Yeah, we'll come back later this afternoon when it starts to get a little bit dark and just see. We'll just see if they've made any more progress and take it from there. Okay, so this is the third day since we done the rescue hive. They're still in the old part, still collecting propolis and pollen. But you can see the little, don't know if you can see, there are some at the door there keeping guard. The occasional one does fly in and out. But yeah, as you can see, the one just went in then. We do have a lot of rain on the way though, so I'm a little bit worried about it, but they deal with rain all the time, so I'm just hoping that with the rain coming that they all go into the hive. Might be an ideal time to shift it once the rain lets up and they haven't come out yet, maybe. But at the moment I think it's too soon to move it, and so we're just going to have to deal with the rain and hope that the prediction of 40 mils is a little out, but we'll wait and see. Anyway, they're looking good so far, so far so good. Just hope that we manage to get the queen in there, and that all is going to end well for the poor little buggers. So we've just come up to check on the bees this morning. We got just over 25 mil last night, so I was a little bit worried about them. Coming here in this morning, it was it was a little muddy. Coming on the quad bike because 25 mils on a freshly dosed track, it's just a bit iffy. The table, as you can see, the table has slipped a bit. It's on a bit of an angle, so we'll fix that before we leave. But as you can see, we've got quite a bit of movement here. So I'm gathering the bees went all into the hive during the rain, and they've come back out since. Just collecting a little bit more of the bits and pieces and doing their little thing. But I don't know if you can see, but there's quite a few going in and out of the little hive, so it looks like it's been a bit successful in regards to saving the hive. What we will do though is we'll leave it here for quite a few more days, just to make sure that we get as many bees in the hive and they get it as secure as possible before we actually move it. All the pollen pots here got quite disgusting and wet sort of thing. I'm not really sure they're going to be able to save any of that now, but we'll leave it to them and let them decide what they want to keep and what they don't, and we'll just take it from there. But it's doing well, but what we will do is we'll fix up this table before we leave. We might put a bit of wood under it or some rocks or something, and make it a little bit more secure, because we are expecting a little bit more rain later this afternoon. According to the bomb site, they reckon we're going to get another 20 mil, so we'll make sure that they're nice and secure before we leave them this morning, and let them keep doing their thing. And we are starting to get a few ants, actually, sugar ants, which is never a good thing, and we will make sure that the sugar ants don't get into the hive. If it looks like they're about to, we will actually move the hive, even if it's not really ready to be moved. We've done it before with rescue hives, moved it before it was ready to be removed, and they've still worked. It just takes a bit longer for the hive to build up inside, but it does survive. We'll just see how we go for the time being and take it from there. Okay, so it's been a week since we moved since we attempted to save this native beehive. This is it now. As you can see, we've removed part of the log off. This is the part of the log that we've taken off the table. There's nothing left in that, so we're just left with the hive and a part log. We are having a few little issues in that we thought we'd remove, well, we're hoping we've removed all of the brood. But we still have a lot of little lingerers in the stump. I don't know how clear you can see that, but we still have a lot flying around within the stump that we can't get to, and we're not really sure what's behind that. With that in mind, I reckon we've had a few issues with some ants. Just getting a bit iffy as to leaving it here, because we don't want the ants getting to it. So I think tonight we might actually move it. We'll come up in the dark, block off the hive entrance, because I want to move the log with it. I'm thinking that we'll once it's dark, they'll all be hiding in there, so I'll throw a towel over the front of the log, and they can sit on the back seat of the ute, and take them home and set them up there while it's all dark. Do as much as possible in the dark, and we'll take it from there and just hope and pray for the best. There's no way they would have survived if we had have left it there, because the log was well and truly split open, and with the water and the rain that we've had lately, it's just, there's no way in the world it would have survived. So we've done all we can for it, and now we'll just have to check and see if it does actually survive. But fingers crossed. We've got lots of I don't know if you can see, but we do have bees coming in and out, so we know that some of the bees are going back in there. It's just I don't know how many of the worker bees are there. I'm wondering whether the ones that are in the log are the actual the caretakers that look after the brood, and that you need there after the split. And if they're the ones that are in the log, I'm just a little bit worried about what's happening inside the hive. But we're just going to have to take it as it comes and see how we go, and we'll give it a go. That's all we can do. All right, we'll while I'm here, I've got a jar. I'll grab a bee in a jar, because we still haven't identified the little buggers. They're definitely not a hocking sigh, because they're a lot more aggressive. We have hocking sigh ones at home, but these are definitely not hocking sigh. So we'll put one in a jar, take it home with us, and we'll try and identify it and see what bees we actually do have. We'll let you know. So we moved the hive home last night. As you can see, we've still got a lot of movement in there. It's still a lot of bees in there, the little housekeepers. But hopefully when they graduate and fly away, they'll come back to the brood, which is actually in the box. So we've still got, I don't know if you can see that, but we do have bees coming in and out of the box here this morning. They're in a great little place. The red flowers up above, you can see, are just littered in native bees. So it's a great little spot that we've put them underneath the tree. They're away from our other hives, just until we know that they're going to survive, and that they haven't brought any diseases or anything with them.
Yeah. What? Yeah, that's gonna be stuck down a bit.
So many, hey?
Yeah. Not gonna stuck in too much.
Let's take the lid off.
Carefully and slowly.
Look, heaps of bees. So they've already built heaps of structure in there to stabilise it. So I think it's going to be fine. Wow. Yeah.
That didn't take long.
No, I don't. I think we're worrying about nothing. I think
That's unreal, isn't it?
I think they're going to survive.
How many days has that been?
That's a week.
Full week.
A full week. All right. Let's get them back together then and leave the poor little buggers alone. This is what they do. They dispose of their dead. They don't like the dead in there, so they carry them over to the side and launch them off the edge. Excellent. All right. No, at the back, the number that goes. Yep.
Isn't that unreal?
Yeah. So I've just put a date on the back, so we knew when we put it in the box. But that looks really, really good. Happy with that. Seal them back up and leave them for a couple of months before we check on them again.